Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Friday. We're over here in New Braunfels, Texas, to interview an actual hero this time, Mr. David Copeland. How you doing?
Good.
It's Copeland Castillo, actually. Sorry.
Copeland Castillo. David Guillermo Copeland Castillo.
Oh, David Guillermo Copeland Castillo. I didn't know about the Guillermo part.
Yeah, that's my middle name.
Oh, cool.
Right,
Yeah.
What
My
do you
parents are jerks.
Oh. Because your parents are jerks. All right.
Do your kids have
Cool.
middle names?
Oh yeah.
I'm
Oh,
sorry, I
uh,
didn't mean to flip
oh,
it.
yeah,
but
no.
Oh, yeah. No, they definitely have.
you guys suck.
Yeah.
Our daughter has two.
That's
Oh,
you
yeah,
suck.
She really sucks. Yeah.
Yes.
She's
She
gonna
has
get
two as well.
carpal Tunnel.
I have two.
Her
Uh-huh.
name's never gonna fit on the test
Nope,
sheets.
it won't.
Standardized testing.
Nope, especially since they're completely made up middle names, too.
Yes, we made up her middle names.
How made up?
One of them doesn't exist, and the other one is from a video game.
Okay, so that's less. That's not super made. Is it like when like white women name their kids Riley? It's got, like 2 E's and an I. And
Yeah,
a
but it's
Q.
like 17 Q's and a 4 and
Exactly.
No, God,
Oh
no.
shit, I keep hitting the mic. Whoops. Anyways. Anyway, so David here is a firefighter, but he's also a hero as a hobby. And normally I would let guests introduce themselves, and normally it would just be me and them, but I don't know, I kind of surprised my wife, and I was hoping to surprise his too. As to one of the biggest reasons why he's here is because he's the one who married us.
All by myself.
A surprise. He had a surprise cameo in our lives that kind of changed everything. And instead of him telling it, I'm going to tell it from our point of view. And that's how we're going to get this episode started today. To kind of give a little history on the impact he had on just us. And then let him tell you the impact he's had on countless lives since then. You know, what he does to help out his community. What he does just to put himself in danger to help people. And what he's about to become.
A baby daddy.
Baby daddy.
You gotta rub the belly for good.
So in the long time ago of 2016, I had this crazy woman who wanted to get married, and she had this crazy 2017, whatever.
Hey,
I'm already off to a
I
bad
wasn't
start.
crazy until January of 2017.
Mhm.
Okay, I didn't plan our wedding until January of 2017. Before you asked me to marry you.
So we were driving along one day, and she was asking me, I have this strange idea. I don't know if you're gonna be okay with it. I don't know if you're gonna be interested in it. Let me know if this is okay. But I've always wanted to, and I'm like, skydive, spelunking, go naked swimming, skinny dipping. I'm like, what?
Take a life.
And she's like,
Just a few.
I've always wanted to be married by Batman. I'm like, what?
It wasn't always. It was an idea that popped up. I'm like, I really want to do this.
Like, I really want to be married by Batman. And I just, okay, all right. I'm not gonna turn that down. Hell no. Be married by the Cape Crusader himself? Hell no. I ain't gonna turn that down. And so, me knowing the people that I know and in the years that I've been in the nerd community and cons and all that, I knew I could probably find somebody pretty easily, which I did. Through connection, upon connection, I'm like, okay, well, yeah, she found him. She found him too. No, hold on.
You guys just found me at a comic.
No. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, we haven't found it yet.
Oh.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
getting ahead of
I
myself.
originally
I remember.
got the idea of
Getting
someone
ahead of
else.
myself. I'm sorry, I'm misremembering. So Jessica finds somebody on Facebook. All right, I'm not gonna name any names, but this guy was kind of famous for that sort of thing, and we're like, okay, cool, got our guy. So I was doing some networking back then. It's a big part of my job, and I was sitting down with a photographer who, again, also very big into con scenes. He knows a lot of artists. He knows a lot of he has a lot of personal relationships down Artist Alley and all that. Knows a lot of comic book writers and whatever. So, we're sitting at a coffee shop, and I'm telling him what's going on and the plans, and then I tell him, you know, this is what she wanted and this is who she found. And his face dropped. He's like, no, 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 no. I can't let you do that. This guy does this, blah, 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 blah. He's like, you know, Khan's coming up soon. You know, let's go. We'll go together and I'll introduce you to somebody who may be interested in helping you out. I'm like, okay. So, you know, we go to the con, just me and him. We're walking around, doing whatever. We meet up with Jess, and I tell him, you know, okay, let's go find your guy. And so he takes us to this group of cosplayers. Just, you know, they're off in a corner shooting the shit, whatever.
The Champions of San
Yeah,
Antonio.
Champions of San Antonio. Their booth, and you know, they had some people taking pictures, and they had little kids, and then, you know, he speaks to a couple of people there, you know, tells them the situation, and then they call over Deadpool. And this giant-ass Deadpool guy shows up, you know, 6'something, towering over me. And we tell him the whole story, you know, wife really wants to do this. You know, she really wants to be married by Batman. This is who they are almost going to book. And we were wondering, because you do a pretty good Batman.
So funny they brought over Deadpool. You guys are like, I think you made a mistake.
Yeah, we're like,
You may have misspoken.
like, no, he does a good Batman. Don't worry. And so,
Good.
you know, we're talking and just, I haven't seen this guy's face, and here we are asking him to get ordained to wed us, complete stranger out of nowhere, just.
I could be wrong. I thought you offered to ordain. You were like, I can get ordained. I can do that.
Pretty sure I said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I think
but I mean,
you
we're.
should down.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we didn't ask the word,
Yeah.
but this, you know, this is what we're asking.
Yeah.
But it was implied.
Yeah, I mean, it's implied. Yeah.
We wrote
So
you into
I'm
this.
sitting there.
September 30th? What did you do?
Last year, September. We got married on Green
Last
Day.
year, September. See?
Yeah.
I still remember you.
Yeah, that's Green Day. When September ends.
Yeah, so I hadn't even seen this guy's face, and we tell him, you know, what's going on. We're asking him to do all this for us, and he's like, "Yeah, sure, I can do that." Just didn't think twice. Didn't take a moment. Just big ass heart right here. Here I am. An actual hero just showed up and saved our asses. And now it's your turn.
To be fair, I was very excited to do it, but I was also excited that the other guy wasn't going to do it.
I keep hitting this thing.
That
Sorry.
dude's horrible. So I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I will for sure do it. I'll pay you guys to let me do it, as long as he has nothing to do with it. Yeah, and then I married you guys, and there's nothing else to be told about that. It's as simple. The wedding,
Oh no!
the
there's
wedding
things
went
to be
off without a
told.
hitch.
Oh
It
my
was
god.
amazing.
It was perfect. I didn't
My-
make
okay.
a single mistake.
My favorite part of the wedding is when I got up there and I'm
Mhm.
standing in front of you, in front of him, and you go, I forgot everything I was gonna say. You forgot the Batman voice. You guys were so amazing. You're so in love. And I'm telling you, I look back on that moment all the time, and I'm like we just made you forget your entire
Oh, yeah.
persona, like that.
Oh
and
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, I guess I'm not
Mhm.
mad at him.
I was like crying inside of the mask, and I've done a few weddings since then. And
Yeah, and I'm gonna ask you about that too.
you can
'Cause-
tell that they like each other most of the time,
Uh-huh.
but I wasn't at all as like touched as when you walked up.
That was something unique. It really was.
Yeah, it made me forget everything. I forgot to tell your guests to be seated,
Uh-huh.
which I didn't realize is a very important thing because there's like
They
old
also
women.
were standing.
There's like geriatric women on walkers.
Oh, my
With their
grandma,
arms
my
shaking.
my great aunt.
The photographer was trying to like jump around people to get photos.
Photographers. We had four.
Photographers.
We had
Uh-huh.
four.
Thank God, because you
Yeah,
wouldn't
no
have had
kidding.
anything but the back of people's heads.
They were jumping at the chance, like, wait, you're getting married by who? Okay, my brother's gonna come too. He's gonna take extra pictures.
I think
That was
the,
awesome.
Right.
the best photographs that I saw were the ones straight down the aisle because that's the only thing you could get because everyone was in the way.
Mm-hmm.
And then I forgot to include the vows.
Yeah.
I was so
I didn't have anything written down anyway.
Oh,
Neither did
thank
I.
God.
We
Okay.
were both gonna go off the cuff.
Yeah,
so
we're just
you're
gonna wing
good.
it.
I don't think anybody went, oh, they didn't do the vows.
No, they did after. They're
Yeah.
like,
They did.
They were like, you guys do vows. We're like, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, at our wedding, we the ceremony went fine, but the DJ got drunk because one of my groomsmen
As
kept
they
feeding
do.
him tequila.
Yeah,
And then
as you do
He forgot to do the
at a
garter belt
Mexican
thing.
wedding. Yeah.
We forgot to do the bouquet.
Uh-huh.
We almost forgot to do the cake, but I really wanted cake, so that's the only reason we remembered. But
Yeah.
so much stuff was left out, and I did not give
You
a.
didn't
I didn't
notice.
give a shit. I didn't.
You don't
Y'all had some
Purse?
professional cosplayers
have
there
the purse?
too. I think so because I recognize
weren't
one.
dressed up.
Oh, they weren't dressed. No. But they
No,
were,
I recognized a couple of them. Like,
we had a few people
Yeah.
from the community,
yeah.
and we all got drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Had a good time.
It was a good time.
A lot of stuff went down at our wedding.
Yeah, we didn't stay very late for yours.
Yeah,
That's-
we didn't get to. Well, we had a blast.
I loved introducing myself to your wife. Hi, I'm the woman that he married before you.
Oh yeah.
She ran up to us like already half plastered.
Yeah.
She was so happy.
Yeah, everybody was. The open bar was great. One of the waiters got arrested because he was on drugs,
Oh.
and I didn't know that.
Wow.
There's some other things that happened that I can't
It
say
never fails.
on camera.
No matter what, the serving staff of any place,
Oh, yeah.
if somebody's on drugs.
He tried to give my buddy's daughters champagne, and they're like 5 and 6.
Oh
Oh
no.
my
And
God.
he was just handing champagne to the table, and he handed it to the 2 girls, and my buddy was like, "They're children." And he said this guy like mumbled and then stumbled off.
Wow.
Oh wow.
That was the guy that got arrested.
Wow.
Yeah, one guy broke into the yoga studio of the inn. And we were woken up by the manager saying like, "Hey, one of your drunk asshole friends is asleep in my yoga studio."
Did he literally say asshole friend?
He
probably
might
said
as well.
worse. He probably said worse. He was
He
threatening.
might as well have.
He was like, "If you don't get him out of there, I will call the police." Okay.
Right?
Yeah, and we couldn't even figure out how he got in because we couldn't get in. So it means he broke in and then like relocked the door.
Wow.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, we didn't stay very long.
We had
late.
to,
a
we
little
stayed
one.
through the cake.
Yeah.
We said hi to the family. Said I had some fun with the table, but we had Alex with us.
Oh,
We
yeah.
couldn't
Yeah, we didn't stay
whatever.
late.
We like the Irish goodbye.
Yeah.
Sneak out.
Sneak
That's
out,
our
yeah.
favorite. I do that all the time.
Yeah, love it. No, I don't want to interrupt anybody.
Well, you know this. Like at the wedding, at any wedding, people come up to you, and a good like 30 seconds of words is awesome. Like,
Mhm.
oh, we love you so much. We're so happy for you. Blah 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 blah. Our
Peace.
gift is over there. Enjoy.
Yeah.
And then you walk away. We had some people coming up trying to talk to us for 15-20 minutes.
Oh hell no.
Horrible. Yeah.
You're like, okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
Anyways.
like, it was horrible. Yeah.
So
I'm just kidding.
back to ours.
You guys had Penguin, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
no. I just wanted to add on to yours, and then we can
Right.
go back to yours because y'all had an amazing ceremony. That made me cry too. But no, like
That was beautiful.
to add on to yours, my favorite moment
What?
was suiting up with Batman and Joker.
yeah. That was
They
so
were
great.
sitting up in the same little cabin.
Yeah.
Yes.
So me and 2 of my best friends shared a cabin, and I had my tux and everything, and the other 2, they were fully dressed. They were ready for the wedding. They were out
Hair.
doing prep and everything.
Aw.
Jess was off with her posse doing hair and
Had entourage, isn't it?
yeah, had a whole entourage. They're
Good.
sipping wine and doing all this shit, and I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, fine, I'm just gonna, do this by myself. I got my vest, I got my pants, and then in walks Batman and Joker. I'm like, hell yeah! So they start putting on, the makeup, the costumes. I'm like, this is how you get ready.
And that was my buddy too.
Uh,
I just told him like, "Hey, you want to come to a wedding where you dress as the Joker and just be weird?" And he was like, "I'd love to. Say no more. I'll be there."
That was amazing.
I have a great photo of him sitting in the middle of your crowd. Everybody's dressed normally, and then you see just the Joker giving me a weird grin from like in between 2 aunts. Oh my god.
Yeah, you're gonna have to send us that one.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's how it all started. And of course, yes, we went to their wedding. It was incredible, very beautiful. Apparently, a whole lot of shit went down.
Whole lot.
And it started off perfectly, right, that right moment
Oh,
in the
yeah.
in the evening,
Mhm.
sun's going down, you got that golden
They
hour.
were like herons.
Uh-huh.
On the
Right by a
river.
river, if I remember correctly.
I went and hid after the ceremony.
Mhm.
After everybody kept coming up to us constantly,
Mhm.
I went with my father-in-law and we just like found a spot in the forest and smoked cigars and just watched everything happen from a distance. And that was my favorite part because we were like bonding and like escaped from all the craziness.
Mhm.
That quiet moment.
I'll tell you this. This is an exclusive for you.
Oh shit.
So there's a song, a beautiful song, "Say You Won't Let Go."
Mhm.
It's a British song, or a British guy sings it, and it's a really pretty song. And we told her friends, "Hey, could you cover this for us as our first dance?" And they were like, "For sure." And when we said cover, we basically mean just do the song as it's done,
Right.
like as the guy
Oh,
sings
no.
it. And they're like a folk duo
Uh-huh.
with like ding 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 ding.
Mhm.
And so they wouldn't let us hear it because it was like a surprise,
Mhm.
and it was horrible. It was like country,
Oh no.
Yeah.
the country folk version of that song,
Oh,
and
no.
we were like laughing and also so sad at the same time. And it was the absolute worst version of that song we could have possibly had. And now we look back and laugh on it, but at the time
Oh,
I was
yeah?
like, what the fuck is this? I wish we had heard it.
You left before our first dance, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
You don't know what I did. Okay, we didn't have a DJ because I was a former DJ,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be way too picky trying to pick somebody to do my wedding. Like, no, I'm
Yeah,
not
so
having
she
any
put a
DJ.
couple
I
of
refuse.
playlists together herself. We put
Yeah.
the speakers herself.
Like, we just set it up and just let it play. I'm not having a DJ.
Yeah.
So, for the first dance, his cousin was just push. We told him just push play, and I told him, I go, hey, push play on this one first. So he comes up to me. He's like all sweet with that look in his eyes. He's like, it's our first dance. And out comes these beautiful first notes, and he doesn't even notice it's not his right first notes because he
Mhm.
picked the first song. I didn't know what it was,
Yeah.
but he didn't realize it wasn't the right first notes.
Mm-hmm.
You familiar with South Park?
Yeah.
When Eric Cartman does "Sail Away."
Uh-huh.
Oh, man.
We're on the floor. There's Cartman. I'm sailing, and he's like, "What?"
That's incredible.
He's like, "What?" And he goes running over the computer. I'm like, "Yes!" They have a picture of me in the middle of the dance floor, just both arms like, "Yes!" Because I tricked him. Because he didn't know it was coming.
Uh-huh.
See, that's so
He
awesome.
Yeah.
yelled at his cousin, "That's not the right one! You messed it up!" And I'm like,
Dude, that's beautiful. You get a
It
good
was
story
awesome.
out of
It
it.
was-
Good.
Ours just sucked.
No.
I mean, it is a
God,
story.
no.
It's a story for sure, but it's not like that. That's a fun story because you did it on purpose. Our story was like, that's the song? Really? Jesus. Yeah, they wouldn't let us listen to it at all. If she had played "Come Sail Away" or like Cartman's "Kiss from a Rose," I would have been.
That'd have been awesome. Kiss from a Rose.
That, which is a damn good song.
Yes.
Shout out, Seal.
Yes.
Shout out, Kiss
Seal.
from a Rose.
Yes, this is
Yeah,
true.
too. So, how many have you done since then?
Since your wedding, I've done 3 or 4. I did 2 or 3 dressed normal, like a human. And then I did one for one of my best friends, and I dressed as Deadpool.
Mhm.
And I wanted to dress as the Pope in my Deadpool outfit, with the whole hat,
Dead
and
Pope.
the staff.
I'm the Dead Pope with
Dead Pope, exactly. And but the bride's family was super Catholic, so I was advised against that. What I did do was
Know it.
oh wait, no, that's what you
That
guys
was
had
it,
me
yeah.
say. I
Uh-huh.
remember that.
It would be good though.
You almost forgot that too.
I did, dude. I almost forgot everything.
That was awesome.
No, what I did do was I fashioned a collar like
Uh-huh.
the priests wear. So I had my Deadpool outfit and a collar.
Oh,
That's good.
And then I had like
That's-
what are the tassels that they have?
That's tasteful.
Yeah.
That's nice. I like it.
I didn't have the young boy on a leash
have.
because the family would have been opposed to
Oh my god.
that. Yeah.
Oh,
I had so many ideas shot down.
Good.
And then here's the great part. Afterwards, one of her tios from Mexico was like, "Hey, I saw you up there. You were El Diablo, ¿verdad? El Diablo." I was like, "No, I was not the devil."
So there's some part of Branch of the family that believes
Uh,
that they were married by the devil.
Yep. Part of their family believes they were married by the devil himself.
that's hilarious.
With swords and guns.
That's hilarious.
Diablo, yeah, you were El Diablo.
I mean, that's basically who he is to a lot of people.
Somewhere they're telling stories like, yeah, this person in my family was married by
You
the
remember
devil.
Alicia's
Yeah.
wedding and the devil was there? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And the Pope. Yeah. That was fun. I was way more confident then, though, because that was like my third wedding.
Yeah.
And at yours, I had no experience, no idea what I was doing. I was so
neither did we.
nervous. And then the combination of seeing you guys like tear up at seeing each other just made me, I just lost
Mhm.
all faculties. And I was
Yeah.
trying to read from my little Kindle, and I couldn't. I kept losing my place. Oh, it was a beautiful wedding.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Thank you.
I was trying to do the voice. I was like, I'm not crying.
It was so worth it.
Yeah.
All the
Uh-huh.
mistakes just made it better. It was
Yeah.
perfect.
And it made for great photos.
Mhm.
And actually, you inspired me. I went and became an officiant myself.
Yeah, she married her brother.
I can legally say I married my brother.
Hell yeah. So 2 out of 3 people on this couch are ordained ministers.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes.
Hold on, give me 5 minutes.
Yeah. Where did you go?
No, I went. I don't remember what it is right now. I went online, something Way of Life or something.
See, mine was American Marriage Ministries. Shout out American Marriage Ministries.
Yeah, I don't remember. I did it just for that one wedding. I've never have done anything since.
Mhm.
I just want to be able to say, oh yeah, I married my brother.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've married a lot of people. Actually, the second couple that I married, they were older. They were like in their late 40s, early 50s,
Mhm.
and they didn't last. And I was a little annoyed
that sucks.
at them. I was
So
like, how
you're
selfish.
3 out of 4.
Exactly.
I joined you.
Assholes.
How dare you separate?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nobody
You
thought
get a
about
75% success rate.
You know?
Nobody thought about me.
me. You don't think about me in this divorce and how my stats look.
You
You guys getting separated? I can't just nullify that. You know? It's just
Tarnished on your
it's
record.
just annoying. You can't depend on people. It's just annoying.
So tell us about the whole San Antonio or Champions of Texas, or what was it?
Same thing.
Champions of San Antonio. So
Champions of San Antonio.
that was a
San Antonio.
non-profit
Mhm.
that I was a part of, and we would go do charity events. We
Mhm.
would do like hospital visits.
Right.
The Blue Santa Toy run that we did every year. We
Keep
would
doing
bring
that, damn it.
bring gifts to kids in the hospital, and basically that's what we would just dress up in outfits and go and visit kids. And hey, it's the pregnant ladies. No,
Good
baby,
enough.
not distracting. at
No.
all.
Wait, you can join.
Just let you know if you move too far in, you're gonna be in frame.
Hello. How you guys? Sorry, I wasn't out here.
That's okay.
No, you're
Yeah.
good.
We were talking about weddings. I didn't tell them everything that happened at our wedding because I don't want to get too people in trouble. There are some people whose lives might be ruined.
Yeah, right.
Some-
We don't speak
Oh
of this.
yeah,
For sure.
The reputation.
You had all the too much.
Nice. Now that you're here. Okay, so this is what I originally had planned for today's episode. You know, this is the guy who was
No idea.
kind of there.
It's like
I mean, I guess you want to say at the very beginning, and they're about to hit their very beginning, their very first steps as brand new parents.
Yeah, you could say I'm responsible for your love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Without me,
Uh-huh.
this
Yeah.
isn't
Oh,
This is true.
so.
I mean, or it wouldn't be as good at.
I don't want to take all the credit, but like 90% is fine.
Yeah. And the last time we got
you
to
get a good
see
amount.
them,
There's a few people get quite a amount of credit.
yeah, the last time we got to see them was at their own wedding. And so it was kind of like a follow up, see where they're at, brand new parents versus 3 kid parents, and how their professional lives influence what's been going on and, other things like that. That was the original plan for this, and now that we're all here,
Chatting.
what's up?
We're
Like
like,
for this, yes.
Oh,
yes.
the
Yes.
delivery part. That's what I'm nervous about. The
Oh, yeah.
watermelon
All right.
coming out of the vajayjay. That's what I'm scared
and
about.
if her head is like her dad's, it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
Tell me. Tell me.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you
Sweet
tell
guys.
me.
Jesus.
I know she's
Mhm.
very hairy. Because I was a hairy baby and you were a hairy baby. And I had like the worst heartburn.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's
possible.
Yeah, we didn't even think about the heartburn Jessica was experiencing until Gage came out full of hair.
full head of
Really?
hair.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Already in his ears, like all the way down into his
Like an old
ears,
man?
full head of hair. No. Our firstborn looked like an old man. He had no hair on top and only like a little bit on the side, like he's balding. It was horrible. I mean, it was adorable. Somewhere in there. And then the girl was just full on bald. Just no hair. And then Gay just full. Like
Did you have heartburn with all of them? Or
I
did you
had some heartburn with the first two, but the third one was like I had to pop 2 or 3 times a day. I'm like,
Oh
no,
yeah,
I
girl. I was doing Tums. If I was doing Pepsin AC, and that's helping. And then
Yeah.
he's been getting the side effects too,
Yeah.
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, I've been
They
eating
say
a
the
lot.
dad gets it sometimes.
I've been napping.
Yeah, sympathy weight and.
Oh yeah, he'll be smacking
That's
you
my
with candy. Yeah, he'll have a bunch of candy at nighttime.
Well,
We
she
got-
needs some cushion to when I'm holding her. She needs to rest on. You know?
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
the nesting hasn't kicked for me though. With him,
Yeah.
he's been at it. Every time he goes to Walmart, he brings something for the baby, and he's
Shows. Very nice.
Yeah, I set up some cool Alexa stuff. You can't say her name too loud, or else she'll take control of the house. But I set some stuff up in the nursery where I can say she who shall not be named. I can say her name, and then I'll say like nighty night or something, and she'll put on classical music with the Echo Dot in there, and then a nightlight will come on, a little cloud nightlight.
Uh-huh. And then the infrared goes on and
Yeah.
scans for demons.
I have both cameras in there. We got the baby camera, and then I have a camera I can see from my phone.
Mhm.
So while I'm at work, I can like still see the baby if she's in the nursery. Very excited. It's crazy
cool.
to think
That's cool.
that right now there's a baby in there, and
Uh-huh.
in a matter of weeks,
It's
she'll
gonna
be.
it's gonna fit right here.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
insane.
I wasn't sure for the longest time. I was so discouraged. I was like, everyone was like, "You're pregnant?" Because I'd had the pregnancy walk, and people would just be like, "Is your foot okay?" And I'm like, "I'm pregnant." Oh.
And I would follow Jessica with a camera. Waddle, 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 waddle.
He was so mean. The first one, he's like, "You're wild." I'm like, "Shut up."
It's like you can't help it, right? It just feels so good, like when you spread out a little bit
Uh-huh.
of the pressure.
It's the spreading, and it's because of the weight on your back and everything. You gotta lean back a little bit. Yeah,
Oh.
it's a balance
Poor
thing.
gals. Nobody says anything about the stress we have.
Oh yes,
Right?
you
Mhm.
poor things.
Seriously?
Yeah, sympathy weight.
So what size? Something they never tell you, your underwear is gonna go up a size.
I've been stealing his.
Yeah.
She's just
Yeah,
been wearing my underwear
He
for
like, Steph, where's the underwear?
After 3 kids,
Yeah.
I'm up 2 sizes, and I'm like, I'm never gonna go back down. My hips
Really?
are just
So,
That
are
makes
you
sense.
boxers or briefs?
Where are you?
We are a boxer briefs.
like, oh, nice.
Yeah, because a
Yeah.
boxer's too loosey goosey,
The combo.
and a brief is too constricted. A
Ah,
boxer
so
brief
the
is
hybrid.
the perfect
The
combination.
hybrid.
Yeah.
The hybrid.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
he pulled me aside yesterday. He's like, "Hey, I just, we need to buy you some underwear." And I go, "Well, David, the boxers are fine." He's like, "No, but like for after, cause yeah."
You can't keep that in mind.
You're gonna be wearing
could.
diapers for a while.
Well,
anyway.
here's
I
why
was
she
just
can't,
off
because
shoot.
God knows where they are. I went to grab some today.
Here comes all that glamorous
like-
shit they don't tell you about.
Okay, here's a nice little tip. Okay, when you're in labor and you're like, it hurts, you're like, I don't want to do this right now. They're gonna be like, you're gonna get a baby out of it. The thought in your head is gonna be like, fuck the baby. Sorry, everybody can tell me you're gonna have the baby. You're gonna have the last 2. I did them both with no pain medicine, nothing.
Oh,
I did it
no.
all natural. And they're like, you're gonna have a baby when this is over. And I'm like, fuck the baby.
You're like,
Why do
I
I want one right now?
I already have
This
2.
is horrible. I was just like, I don't care. But the thing you want to remember is, it's gonna end. There will be an end.
An end. Okay.
There's an end. It
It's
will
only
end. That's
temporary.
all that matters. It will end.
Man, how long were you in
And
labor?
some
Actually, they're both
fucking
really fast.
by some
Like,
fucking
Women hate
miracle,
me fast. I'm like,
she's gonna forget most of how it felt.
Really?
It's like so traumatic,
Oh,
right?
like
it's
you
like
block it
you're.
out.
I haven't forgotten
Most.
yet. I
No.
haven't.
Really?
No,
It's like a bad
Is
trip.
it the tip that hurts? That's what they always say.
No, it's the
that's
pressure.
that's for
It's
anal.
the pressure.
That's not for babies.
No, it's the pressure. It
Yeah, they
feels
said it's
just
the head.
like
That's something different, baby. That's-
Once you pass the head, it's good.
No, that's
no,
No,
no.
no.
Unfortunately, no.
No.
Once the baby's out,
I feel like
The shoulder is stuck.
Yeah, I feel like the shoulders would probably. be
Yeah.
No,
the
they
worst part.
squeeze in.
Oh, they do.
yeah, they do.
Yeah, babies are basically spaghetti.
Jesus.
They're
How do you shape their head?
Oh, no.
Oh,
are you
that
responsible
happens.
for that?
Even
No.
the head is just like all intermeshed like this, and then it'll open back up.
But I mean, is that
Nope.
our job to shape it
Nope.
when she
No.
comes out?
No, baby,
No.
it's all on her own.
What can happen is if the baby sleeps too much on one side, that side will get flat, and all you have to do is make sure they sleep on the other side. Or if it becomes too bad, then they get a little hummet.
Okay, so I knew a guy. I knew a guy.
Yeah, my niece had a little hummet. It's pink.
It was so
Those
cute.
little, like the Zelda ones. I knew a guy named Demonte whose head looked like an alien. Like it was way pointy in the back. It was almost like half
But
a
how
cone
old
head.
was he?
He was like, we were like 14.
Okay, no, but
Yeah.
so what? Back when he was born is different for
That's what I'm saying. So did they make a mistake and like shape his head weird?
No fucking idea.
It also could have just been genetics. Could go either way.
That's
Where was he
shit
born?
Genetics. In California, in the Bay Area. We went to
Yeah.
summer camp together.
Yeah.
We were good
Damn.
friends. I just couldn't get over
Weird.
the weird
That's
head.
weird.
Oh man, I've been so
It does sound
clumsy.
like extra bone.
That's what I don't want. I don't want our kid to have like a weird.
No, they don't do force.
She
You're good.
wears a helmet. I'll wear a helmet too because I'm clumsy. Remember, there's that
So
stage.
clumsy.
I was like dropping everything. You're like, oh no, we're gonna put a helmet on you
I
and
was
the baby.
so worried.
I was like,
I was so
oh.
worried.
And you with
Wonderful.
work? I mean, how's all that? I mean, this guy's a firefighter.
Take
You
it-
know, goes into flaming buildings and shit. Like, how's that?
Okay, well,
I mean,
From
you
time to
know,
time.
from
Toasty
time to time.
situations.
Work is good. I'm taking a few shifts off and then getting right back to it.
Yeah.
Because she's taking the maternity leave,
Hmm.
and because our schedule, my schedule is 2 days on, 4 days off,
Right.
so I have plenty of time to be home.
Yeah.
I'll be gone for 48 hours, and then I'll be home for 4 days straight, taking care of her, and like cooking,
Hmm.
cleaning, doing stuff, and
It is perfectly okay to just hold the baby up and let the baby feed off of her while she's sleeping.
really.
Just be like, hey, the baby's gonna eat. She'll be like, okay. Just hold the baby, let her eat,
Mhm.
and take her off.
I'll be on the other one.
It's a thing.
You'll be at the other. Oh my god, no. I was curious. I was like, are you gonna try it?
Don't mind me.
Oh no.
I'm gonna milk
I
you
don't-
for
Oh
coffee.
god, I want to say something, but I don't know
For
if it's
creamer in my
if it's
coffee?
inappropriate.
I'm gonna have a cup under your boob, and I'll be like, baby, don't wake up.
Oh god.
She's gonna get to that French.
I mean, I can just hit the not safe for work button when I put this up on, so we can go down this rabbit hole if y'all
Did you try
want.
the breast milk
Accidentally?
accidentally?
Yes. How was it?
I have to.
Not
I
as
did it
bad
on
as you
purpose.
think.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
I
like-
would definitely.
it-
Not as bad as you think.
It tastes like if melons made milk, which is kind of funny because they're melons.
It's
but
what I
really
imagine
does taste
condensed
like-
milk would taste like.
Super sweet.
No, it's like cantaloupes. Like if cantaloupes made milk.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, interesting.
Slightly sweet,
That's the
but
best description I've
thin.
gotten because
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
picture it.
Yeah.
I have said like watered down milk, maybe.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
like.
really watered
Like
down.
sweet.
Oh no, like evaporated milk. Yeah, it's like what I imagine evaporated milk would taste
It's
like.
like it tastes like titty milk.
Oh, that explains everything.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, alright.
Also-
Just cut out the last couple of.
Interesting factoid: you're gonna be able to express milk for the rest of your life now.
Mhm.
In case of emergency, you could be like 76 years old. Hang on, there's a little milk there.
No.
Is
Yes.
it just a matter of milking
Yo.
it out
Pretty
Just
much.
go and run away.
like an X-Men?
I have scored him on purpose.
I think
Let
you're
me
gonna
take that
shoot
out.
pretty far out. No, I'm taking it off.
Yeah.
It's
What's
a
your
good distance.
what's your range?
I could definitely hit the
I'm
mic.
gonna have you come
From
over.
here, I could hit the mic.
We'll do a race because you said it's already still there, so we'll both like
Uh,
we'll put a board.
Now that's a contest.
Like,
Guys, like Betty.
like darts or something.
Oh my god, what are we doing?
We just put on instruction paper so we can see how the heart rate is. Wow.
I think that's a great idea.
I think so too.
So when you accidentally tried it, how was it an accident?
We know how was it an accident?
Like,
We were
how
fucking.
did
I
it
mean,
happen?
it was during sex.
You know, okay.
Oh, and
during
you just,
sex.
You just
You
went up
just-
and suddenly the milk was in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean,
Yeah.
We
I
love
mean,
it
this
there.
is-
It's stimulation is stimulation.
That makes sense.
it
You went up on that
After-
ladder and it just
after they have their baby and after milk comes in, if you're not careful, it will come out
that makes
while
sense.
you're playing.
That makes sense.
There's a certain way you have to do it from now on
Like
if
from
you
the
don't
side?
want to start drinking at the same
Do you
time.
approach it? Do you approach it from the side in a non-aggressive manner?
Oh no,
It's
y'all
not a bear.
You
You'll
should show
figure it out.
You should show him how you would mess with me for the longest time.
Oh, so yeah,
Terrified.
we would be laying down like
Oh
this,
god, oh
and then
god.
I'd like turn and I'd pretend to be nursing, but I'd do some weird noise like yeah, and it would creep her out
Oh,
so
I was like,
bad.
I hope my baby doesn't do this.
What?
He's like, I'm gonna teach her how to go, yeah. And I'm like, no, I'm not even gonna look at the baby and put earmuffs. Like, I was like, oh god. He like looks at you like straight in
Yeah,
the
eye
eye.
contact. Eye contact is the
Oh.
key because it makes it weird.
Terrified.
Even weirder because it's gonna be a little girl, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, oh.
Okay, the babies do make eye contact, but it's adorable. You're like,
Oh.
And then you're gonna hear me from some other room like yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna completely forget. He's gonna forget because he's gonna be like, oh. He's gonna forget.
What is funny is falling with like a YouTube video of a baby crying.
It's a jerk.
And just
Oh.
Jerk. Because if basically now when you're not quite now, but in a month or so, when everything's fully in, you're gonna hear baby crying, and Boo's gonna be like, "I'll feed it," and you're like, "No, that's not mine, please." And it's like, "But I'll feed it."
I've heard of that. I've
Uh-huh.
had friends at the
It's
store and they're like, oh shit, a
hilarious.
baby's crying. Like, they're like,
No, he can play a YouTube video of a baby crying, and they'll be like, "I'll feed it."
So do you have to just carry around like pads or something?
Yeah, they have special pads.
yeah,
you
they have
put
to
in.
carry pads around. Seriously.
Wow.
I think
Yeah.
someone ordered me those little
Yeah.
catcher things.
Cups?
Yeah,
I'm excited
for
about that.
Yeah.
for a long while, their bodies aren't theirs.
Yeah. Anything I eat or drink, I'm like, okay, the baby's gonna have it. I'll
Mhm.
take a water.
Yeah.
I heard
Makes sense.
to no wine. I heard dark beer.
Oh no, you can have wine. You can have
You can still have.
as
Yeah.
long as you're not tipsy. If you're tipsy, okay, you can't feed the baby right now. You have to wait until you're clear-headed again because your body is cycling through everything, and your body is cycling through breast milk too.
Oh, and the baby's like, what's up?
So if we
Yeah.
if we store enough bags, like if we store a bunch of bags of breast
Oh
milk,
yeah,
can
you
we
can
just
use
get-
one of those. Yeah.
But, like,
Oh yeah, she's allowed to get completely wasted.
Oh, I can't wait. I
I
bet
just
you
gotta-
with 2 beers, I'll be
What
like,
about
woo!
a nice
Mhm.
reposado? Would the baby enjoy
Mhm.
that
What?
breast milk? Like a tequila margarita of breast milk.
The baby's been out. Remember they say that you have to like wake him up.
Yeah,
Don't
the
let
baby-
him.
Here's
the baby's just
lemon. Here's strawberry.
She's just dancing.
Oh my God.
No, as long as you're clear-headed, that means you're filtering out the alcohol just fine, so it's not gonna be your breast milk, so you're okay. So you can have a few drinks, but if you're okay, don't drink all
Especially
day
if it's
long.
like right
Yeah.
after. Especially if
That's
it's
not
like
nice
right
for your body.
after, you'll be in like 3 to 4 hours in between feedings anyway.
Yeah.
So
You can
you'll
feed
be
the baby, put the baby down, give me a drink.
Hey,
Yeah.
this is great for I bet you there's a lot of ladies out there
That
that
wanna
have all
get
these
drunk
questions.
and have babies.
There
about
are.
babies. I was clueless. Like I still ask questions.
Oh yeah, no, trust me.
Yeah.
There's
There
some
are.
questions.
I mean-
There's
No
always
drunk
questions.
breastfeeding.
Yeah, let me tell you the piece
Well-
of advice that I got. So
Oh.
yeah, so circling way back to what you said earlier about what fathers go through.
This
Okay.
is important.
Now
is-
this
stay to
this
the camera,
actually
this
is important. This actually is important.
It's a good side note for you, but it's important
Okay,
for them.
so when your daughter's born, the only person on this planet that they will recognize, that she'll recognize at all times, is her. No matter what. No matter what. Okay?
Well, that's shitty.
For about a first
So-
year.
so-
No, no,
so-
for the
so-
first year.
Really?
Yeah, for the first year. So there are going to be some times where everything is fine. The baby is fed. The baby's, changed. Everything. Just because she's in your arms, she's going to lose her shit.
Yep.
Just because she's away from her mother, she's going to lose her shit.
It's not fair at all.
No,
It's not fair. And when it happened to me, it crushed me.
This is my first time going shopping.
Yeah, she went shopping for the first time. She just went down to Walmart, and Alex ended up crying himself to sleep. And then,
For
like
like
the
half an hour
next
crying,
day,
right?
yeah, like just straight up, wouldn't take a bottle, wouldn't rock himself. No, just would
Screaming.
not stop. Second time it happened was like the next day. Jessica went upstairs for about 45 minutes. Alex, just again crying for 45 minutes. Stopped long enough to take a big breath, and that was it.
45
And
minutes straight of
it
screaming.
broke me. It was so rough. I'm just like, you know, this is my child. How can I be, you know, this bad? And I was feeling really down on myself. You know, just, you know, I'm already a shitty father. Well, you know, she calls my cousin up, and
He already
he
has
has
several
two kids. He has
He
two
does.
kids of his own, and he takes me out to a bar, and he just looks me dead in the eye, and he's like, "Look, babies are assholes." And then he tells me this. He's like, you know, no matter what, you can't take it personally. You know, it's gonna suck. You know, as long as you know you did everything right, you know that all the main check marks are checked off. You can't, you know, visibly see anything else. They're just gonna cry. And as a father, you can't take it personally because, yeah, for that first year, year and a half, there's gonna be those moments where all they want is mom.
And to
I love that.
And
Oh,
then after
oh,
that, it's
oh.
my time.
okay, I'm gonna frame this moment of this clip. I'm gonna take a clip
Mhm.
of you going, "Oh, I love that," because
No.
2 months from now you're gonna be like, "Take the child. I can't do this." And you're just, it is,
Oh, I know.
it is torture being the only one. Like, no, you have to do it, but you have to do it, but you have to do it, but you have to do it. And you're just like,
Yeah.
no,
Oh man.
you get no time. Sleeping in my sleep, I'm still mom.
And that's what also sucks
He
too.
turns
And I
over,
don't
and I'm
think
like,
that.
And I'm like, I wake up in a heartbeat.
And that sucks too. Like we kind of get bad raps for not doing a whole lot, but it's because we can't.
You can't.
There's
Also,
a
we
lot
don't
of
want to.
situations.
To be fair,
To be fair, I mean,
We don't want to all the
I
time.
just got a Nintendo Switch. You expect me to
Oh,
feed this
He was like,
thing?
yeah, he was like, I'm gonna strap her on, we're gonna play some video games.
Yeah.
He has it all planned out.
Have you played the Mario Kart? It's the shit.
You're just gonna have me like right here passed out and just use my titty probably. And,
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna
Mhm.
have her resting on my hand, nursing.
Hey man,
while I'm
those
playing.
Joy Cons are
Oh, yeah.
lifesavers.
Oh,
Yes, because you're getting.
You can, yeah,
Yeah.
moving all around the baby.
Those are lifesavers right there. Well, no, they just get into those moods where it doesn't matter. All they want is mom.
And you said this for like a year?
It's like a year and a half.
Well,
And then to be fair, on top of that, you know, boy or girl, they'll then, you know, form their own attachments.
Yeah.
Kira won't leave my ass alone.
I'll
Alex
say-
won't leave her ass alone.
I feel like girls are very daddy's girl, like
Mhm.
right, and I feel like the boys are all about their moms.
yeah,
And-
it is. I mean, Kira, she still gets hurt. She comes running. And I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm here, you know? But he gets her downstairs. He just stands up upstairs. He goes, and she goes, and she comes downstairs just to hug him. That's all he has to do is just, and I'm like, Kira, come on, come down. No, come, get down here. Come. And all he has to do is,
Yep, and I
Like
get
you
Alex's
jerk.
attention, and we'll play and whatever. But as soon as he even hears the garage door open, he bolts out the garage, out to like practically the street to welcome her.
yeah.
And you know, one of the other things that we've learned just along the years, everything that everybody says are guidelines. You know, you're gonna hear a lot of advice, and unfortunately, a lot of those bullshit cliches are true, but it is a lot of just
Case by case.
basis. You know, this I heard this works, or vaguely maybe, kind of. Who knows?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I was telling him, I'm like, we have most of the baby stuff, but I'm like, we're just gonna go with the flow, kind of whatever we see that she needs and stuff, because they're all different. So like
Yeah.
even with the Pampers, we have different types, but I don't know which one.
We know
gonna
what
suit
worked for
her.
us, but yeah, just see what's gonna work.
Yeah.
Also, as far as I'm aware, I haven't had to do it yet, but if you take in an unopened box to any store, just be like, hey, they got the wrong ones, they'll just do an exchange.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hell yeah.
Diapers?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Hoping she likes the HEB ones. I heard those are
Mhm.
pretty good. And
Cheap.
Sam's Club is good. We get all from Sam's Club. Just get that and baby wipes. Just get all the baby wipes from Sam's Club. Just
Yep. Get a Sam's Club membership.
you're gonna use baby
I
wipes.
wonder
for
if they
the rest
watched that the podcast that you got me into.
probably Costco.
Your mom's
Costco.
house?
Costco.
Maybe. It's.
I
it's
feel
a
like they would
pretty-
enjoy it.
It's
What?
a pretty raunchy.
Well, you got me into it.
It's a pretty raunchy show.
What is it?
Oh yes, because we are very uptight.
Oh,
No,
today.
but I mean it's like hard to watch.
I think she
You
she
would
would love
actually- you would
Christina,
love it,
and I
yeah.
love her.
Well,
It's
Yeah.
Tom Segura
Okay.
and Christina Pajitsky. They're both
Nice.
Canadians. They're both married.
Yeah.
and they just talk smack. They watch TikTok videos and like laugh about them.
Nice.
And then they'll have random people on. Like last time they had Joe Rogan, and they were watching what they call the heavy segment.
Uh-huh.
And it's a show you have to pay for. It's their live show. It's $10, and they show the stuff that you can't show on YouTube, or else they get pulled down. And it's like hard to watch. I almost threw up a couple times. Steph handled it way better than I did.
Yeah, he thought I was gonna be a big ol'. But I did handle like a champ.
Yeah, no.
There
you
you
did
go.
fine.
Alright.
No, this is a more family friendly.
I know. I'm like trying not to like cuss
We're
and
just
everything.
talking about titty milk and.
Did you tell him I'm like a teenager boy?
No.
Oh, okay. I have been. I'm like trying to calm myself.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
How long
It's
after
the hormones.
she has the baby do we have to wait?
For what?
Like
Can we
2
get
or 3
right back
months?
to it?
Oh yeah, no, you have to wait about 2 months or so.
Oh, so they're gonna sew
Yeah.
my JJ.
Oh.
No, yeah, you can wait about 2 months.
What about the other one?
Oh no! You know
That
what? Maybe
one might rip a little too.
Oh God!
This whole thing is so unfair to me.
Right.
The mouth works.
You guys don't.
Oh, well, there you go.
Right?
See, there you go.
I love you.
As long as you're in the mood.
I know. I was telling him.
You
You
just
know what?
gotta be like,
Well,
really?
I know it's like when the baby's feeding. You know, you just put it up to the while she's asleep. Oh, she's asleep.
No, I've been brushing my teeth and have a gag reflex now. But I've never had this before,
Is this
so I'm like,
okay?
Oh, yeah.
Is this okay with you?
That's gonna.
You're out of
gonna go away
practice,
again.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
gonna
oh
go
no,
away.
I lost my mojo. That was like the only thing I was really good at. Was
You've
blowjob.
never lost your- you've never lost
Obviously
your
not.
mojo.
No.
Shout out to Chris doing my makeup
Yeah,
while I'm
you gotta
pregnant.
What hell? I did most of the work. That was 35 seconds of
Of hard labor.
hard
Yes.
labor.
Hard labor.
Yeah.
Let's hope you get the same.
Oh, my
35
God.
seconds of hard labor.
How long was your first labor? Was it quick?
So most women get angry. So, first one, we went in about we checked in the hospital like 7, 8 o'clock at night, or something similar, and they told me that technically I was like half a centimeter, and they're basically the doctor just wanted to like now. He was real nervous. He'd had a couple they waited and the baby was stillborn. So he goes, no, baby comes out now. He basically scheduled us. I was like, okay. And I'm first one. I'm like, okay, you're in charge, I guess. I don't know how this works.
So you were half a centimeter?
Yeah, a whole half a centimeter. Like, we're checking you in. I was like, oh, okay. Like, how could you even like
Yeah.
half a centimeter?
And then
What
I
are
was
you
like,
even seeing on those
Fingertip.
fingers?
Yeah.
You got tiny hands, Doc.
Yeah.
What the?
I don't know who
I don't know,
would
he's
do
black.
that.
Because she's 1
Yeah, I'm 1
at
centimeter.
least right now.
Okay.
nice. Holy shit. Well, this might be the
Oh.
last. This might be their
You
last
never know.
appearance as not parents.
Oh,
Holy crap.
yeah, that's a point.
Yeah, he said it's a waiting game.
Yeah, it
I'm
is.
supposed to go back Monday to see if
Yeah.
I've been getting a lot of those cramps, those breaks and hips.
Yep.
I've been drinking water, but
Holy crap.
Just
Yeah.
you're just gonna keep an eye on if it feels like it's regular. When you're able to time it, okay. When I got to less than 15 minutes apart, I'm going.
okay.
I don't have to go in. I don't have to check in. But I'm next door walking around the grocery store, so it's time to go. I just walk next door. I refused to have one on the side of the highway.
Oh,
And 1604 is no joke.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no. When it was 15 minutes, I'm just going to be next door. I'll let you know when I'm ready, but I'm in the area. It's fine.
Are y'all going to a hospital?
Oh yeah, Resolute.
That's where
She
it
works
works.
there, so we
There
get
you
that,
go.
we
Yes.
get that family and friends discount.
And I was actually like, this is the first week I'm not working actually on my shift. Like I was working 12-hour
You
shifts.
missed it a
All
little.
the way to
Oh.
last
Little.
week?
Yeah, until last week. And like I think I
What?
rocked the baby to sleep, but oh my feet,
I did
it
the
was
same thing
getting
with
to
Alex.
me. It was
You
getting
damn
to me.
right.
work
Somebody's got to bring the
Yeah.
bacon home. You
Yeah,
know?
so now I'm just on
That's true.
call. Like I'm on call today, but till like at 5 p.m. So.
Whatever.
She's a gangster.
No,
Alright.
and I'm
So-
going to school. I didn't plan that. So I have a
That,
final
that's
today.
okay, but going to work still. Anyways. Yeah, we
I
went
don't know what I
to.
did this to myself.
Yeah, no. Basically, Alex was born at 7 in the morning the next day. I
Y'all
technically
checked
started
in
labor
since-
11 o'clock at night, but I was just like, oh, it felt like really bad period pains.
Yeah,
and that's how it
cramps?
started. And I'm
Okay.
like, no. And they're like, oh, just go to sleep. We're gonna get started at 5 in the morning. I'm like, you can't start me to sleep with this. Give me something. Like, they're like, no, you can't really have anything. I'm like, okay, epidural. You want me to sleep like this? Not happening. So they gave me the epidural, and I don't know if they weren't keeping an eye or they weren't expecting me to be that sudden, but they came in at 5 to start me on brain. Anyway, to get me started. They came in at 5 to get me started. My brain, mommy brain goes in and out. Okay, I called syrup pancake dressing once because I couldn't think of the word for syrup. Okay, mommy brain is real. It's okay. Let it go. Just let it go. So yeah, I started. They gave me.
That's what she calls it. It's just Jessica.
Yeah, no, it's mommy brain. You can try it.
No.
Anyway, no, they gave me the Cervidil the night before, about 11 o'clock, and that's when I started feeling kind of And they're like, no, just sleep. And I'm like, let's sleep with this. So I said epidural. So they came in at 5, like, okay, we're gonna get you started. We're gonna hang the bag and get you going. And they went and looked. And they go, oh, actually, where's the doctor? They're like, call the people now if you want them here now.
Yep.
Yeah, just
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
They were just like, things are starting. Let's go, go, go. They're like, no more practice pushes. Call people. Let's go.
Dude, that's what they told me. It's like you could be a centimeter for a couple weeks.
Yeah, you never know.
Or you could be like in a couple hours. Just
Yes.
so I'm just like,
With the
shit,
last-
it's whenever she wants.
Yeah.
With the last one, I was feeling kind of weird in the morning. I'm like, so I was made the kids lunch and I started timing it. And it was like about 13, 12ish, 9ish. And it would jump around in between there, in between. And I'm like, So I woke, and he was taking a nap. I woke him up at 1. I'm like, babe, maybe we should, take a drive. He's like, where are we going? I'm like, so I showed him the app with the attractions, and he goes, oh, okay. So we packed up the kids. My brother took the kids back to the house once we got there because it's closer to him, so he kidnapped the kids for the moment. So at 1 o'clock, I woke him up. Baby was born 5:57. Had dinner and went home. That was my day.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That was my.
That's a birthing center experience, though.
Yeah, that
The
was
hospital is
non-hospital.
very different.
It's different, yeah.
So the
Yeah.
hospital, you'll be swarmed by people, and you'll have lots of teams. You will be useless.
Yeah.
You will just be a body.
Dude,
Well,
you
I'm
have
bringing my
no
Switch, so
say.
I have something to do.
He
Yeah,
did
pretty
too, he did
much.
too.
Yeah.
You'll have no say. In the hospital, they asked me 3 different times if I wanted him
Yeah, I was playing
circumcised.
Mario Odyssey.
They asked me 3 different times. I'm like, no. And he goes, he's my son. Is nobody going to ask me? And I'm like, no, nobody asks you.
What I found out very quickly is that the dad doesn't matter.
You're like a piece of furniture, dude.
You're kind of like a piece of
What did
furniture.
y'all deliver? in San
At
Diego?
a Methodist?
Stone Oak?
First it was
Baptist.
Yeah.
Or Baptist, I don't
Oh,
remember.
Baptist.
Or
I don't
Central
know.
Baptist?
But the one off of Starcrest and 410.
There you
Oh,
go.
no. Oh, that's a
Anyways,
different one.
but
That was the first
So
one.
where
The
do
second
you
my
two were
job
birthday center.
was to kind of be the extra set of hands around the baby. Alex went to the NICU, so I followed him. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But your job is just to be an extra pair of hands and to be seen and not heard. Pretty
makes
much.
sense.
You do what she says.
Oh, you get to cut the
You do
umbilical
what she
cord?
said. Yeah,
Oh,
you get to
yeah.
kill the umbilical cord.
Cut the umbilical
You
cord,
get
babe.
to-
What do you need to know?
It is thicker than you would think. It is.
It's hard.
It is gummy. It is rubbery.
Like
It is
calamari.
not
Yeah,
I can
like
see
calamari.
I always thought it's probably like calamari.
like a
Thick
calamari rubber hose.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So when you look at it, you're gonna think that the clamps are just gonna cut right through. No.
Yeah, do it with
No.
intent.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta
I
do
got
it
a
with
knife.
intent.
I'll bring my knife.
Your teeth, they have their own.
But yeah, no,
Did you
it
save
looks
the-
like. I mean, it looks like this thin white thing,
No, it
but no, it's actually really thick. It takes some force to cut through.
Did you save the placenta?
No.
God no.
We're gonna save it and put it
Eat
in a
it.
powder and then mix it into lotion, and our skin is gonna be like.
No.
You-
We'll be
Full-
young forever.
I was
Okay.
I was tempted.
Are y'all
but
gonna
I was
light a
like,
few
that sounds like a lot of work.
candles and dance under
I
it?
was like,
and
no.
Yeah, we're gonna sprinkle it on the blood of a chicken as
No.
we light a pentagram.
Oh.
I got to hold on to Gauges for a while. Thing was heavy.
Yeah, the last one. That was
I
heavy.
had to hold on to it for a while.
You should just be curious. Be like, oh, this was in...
Oh, we're
Yeah,
definitely.
they,
keeping it.
they put it in a bag, whereas I could hold it while I was holding him. But yeah, that thing was
We'll
fucking
put it in a to-go box.
heavy.
I have these papers which I I feel like we needed to call them, but I don't know.
You need to
Keeping
put
it
it in the
is
to-go
an
box and
option.
accidentally leave it in a restaurant. Be like, oh, sorry, that's mine.
It's an
They'll be
option.
like, what? Oh god!
It's an
I wanted
option.
I wanted to do the blood cells, like
We gotta
the
come back and rescue it.
like
That's
for
what I'm thinking.
cancer, like if someone has cancer.
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called. There's
Stem
a whole
cells.
process.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a
I
stem
haven't
I've been
called
asking
them.
around.
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
A
I
lot
don't-
of people I talk to are like,
No.
do it.
It's probably a lot, right?
Well, you're like spending thousands and thousands of dollars to save the stem cells, and by the time she's old enough, we'll have to, we'll have androids and stuff, like cybernetic beings. We could just, if I have cancer, I'll just become a robot.
Alright, yeah,
You know?
He's making the
See?
plans
Man
for
of the
science.
future.
Yeah, like General Grievous. I'm not concerned.
Futurama's
I'm not concerned.
coming. It's
not
fine,
at all,
guys. It's fine.
kid.
So what's y'all's biggest worries about being first-time parents, especially with all the crazy going on?
That's a good question.
Honestly, I'm not concerned about anything except daycare. Like what to do in case of emergencies. Like if she's going to work that day and I get mandatory overtime or something and they call me and I have to go, like what are we gonna do? That's my fear because we don't have family around here. We have some friends, but like not a ton that live nearby. So my biggest concern is really just that. I'm not concerned about like taking care of the baby. Because there are meth heads who have babies, and like those babies survive.
That actually
Yep.
helped me a lot in the
Doesn't it?
beginning. Like, all
Yeah.
kinds of people have babies. I can do this.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not concerned.
That's
at
a
all.
good motivator.
Yeah.
That one really does
And they have,
save you
like,
for some
6
dark
of them.
times.
And they keep all 6 alive. So
Yeah.
one of them, we're
I think
pretty solid people.
I think my biggest
So
worry
far?
is the transition from the hospital coming home and not wanting to go to sleep somewhere that they're not breathing or something.
You're probably not going to sleep the first night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't. And
Just
you enjoyed it at the same time.
Rest
You're like,
assured, they can't move on their own.
Bless you. Like a turtle.
Pretty much.
Well, we got the
They
sensor
can't move
thing.
on their back. The movements that they can do, they're not even in control of.
Yeah, they can't roll over.
Do they fart loud?
Yes, they can.
They do.
They
That's
can.
adorable.
Yeah, they can.
We're
It
gonna
depends.
laugh
They
so
can.
much.
Yeah, they can definitely have.
One of the weirdest images that, and I still can't get it out of my head, is the very first time I put Alex in the crib. And you see
Oh,
that
yeah.
tiny little thing in the big old crib.
It was this tiny little crib. Like, it's just a normal crib. And then you put the
Just a
baby in it. It's
normal
like,
crib.
it's
Yeah,
the
suddenly the
vast
crib gets
deserts of-
massive.
So weird.
Should you?
We have a picture. You like, look so like.
You're not supposed to have anything in there with them, right?
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
Just them by themselves.
Okay, at first. Here's the thing. Recommended not to at first. Because, if they turn their head to the side, like, something happens and they can't turn it back.
Yeah.
Like, they're not very good with head control.
Because they're stupid.
But pretty much,
It's true.
Yeah.
They're still loading software.
Yeah, they're
okay?
loading software. Yeah, they don't have that mental capability yet. But on the other hand, there are sometimes they're not gonna sleep without something because their entire existence has been like this. And you go, okay, now sleep like this, and they're like, no. So they need something in their face. For our first one, we had a giant teddy bear that we had in the very corner, and we just put him in between the legs, so he could turn his head like this, and you could feel it against his face, but it's not like against his face.
Yeah.
It was just something present, and then he could turn back.
Mhm.
But it wasn't firm enough for him to be able to, like, what's the word? Suffocate him.
Yeah.
We
It was
got
like strangle us.
we got one of those sensors in the base
Mhm.
station that clips into their diaper. So like if they roll over, you can tell, and it senses their breathing and their temperature. So if anything like stops, it'll alert our phones like crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
I'm not
cool.
I'm not super concerned, but
Yeah.
Not super concerned. I just got my baby bug for breathing.
yes, yeah.
I told you he's nasty. He's the one that grabbed all
We're
this
gonna
stuff.
microchip her immediately, like Poe.
Oh, he's the only one. It's a baby.
Yeah.
We're gonna microchip her the same way. So if she gets
Yeah.
low, they scan her.
Yeah.
I was telling him you guys should have because he was saying 3 big dogs all over the couch. Have one car seat just for the house. So you can put the baby in the car seat and the dogs can snuggle up on her, but not be on her, because car seat.
Cause we have that swing thing, but I think we were in the Senate.
So that
Is
yeah,
that-
that
was that
we'll
the
put
plan?
there. But what she was saying is
Mhm.
we put the car seat here when we're all on the couch, and the dogs can snuggle up with us and her, but they're not pressing on her because the car seat's between.
Or just make sure the car seat that y'all have is one of those that you can
Yeah.
detach and carry
Yeah.
and just
And now they're outside dogs at nighttime. They used to have
Which I know it's way too late to recommend one,
You
but
have
that's
room?
always the best
Yeah.
kind of car seat. Just
But I'm like,
detach and
I
carry
don't
with
want them
you.
to hate the baby because we've been like
We're not using one with
Yeah.
Gage this time, which I have
They're
no
good so far.
idea.
But
Well,
I,
no, she
he
has.
wanted them
got-
off
we
the
got
couch.
the
I'm like, no, I
Graco
can't do
Quick
that.
Connect.
They need
Yeah.
something. They need something.
Yeah, put her in that firm car seat so she can be present. I mean, if you're not holding her, put her in the car seat. So we can
Smart.
be
Yeah, we have. Do we have another car seat? Oh, we have one in your
We have
car,
two.
one in mine.
Yeah.
And then we have the other dock thing.
And I was telling him you can get
Oh,
one
yeah.
off because people will just give away their car seats. Like we've had it long enough. Come take it. You can look on Facebook Marketplace. Yeah,
Facebook Marketplace, Neighborhood Marketplace.
if you
If
get
your
a car
neighborhood
seat,
has a Facebook page.
Oh, yeah.
if you get a car seat like that, like a regular one, then you're worried like has it already been in a car accident? Is it actually safe? But in this case, you don't
Mhm.
care if it's been in a car accident. That's fine. We just need
Aw.
something hard.
I hope she thinks she's a dog when she comes out. I just talk to the dogs all day. Like, poor thing, I talk to her, but like talk to them mostly, and she hears them constantly like fighting or playing. So
Yeah.
she's probably like, "Those are my brothers and my sister." So,
I just
yeah.
hope she's not a dick.
Well, that's on y'all.
She's
Yeah.
gonna be a dick. Thanks a lot.
Well, I've been constantly going to stress tests with my doctor because she doesn't like. She's just so lazy. But he says
Restful.
she's restful. But yeah, he just says she's a calm baby. Like,
Mhm.
no, she's doing fine in there. Like, everything was okay.
Yeah.
How now?
And
How
it's-
old? What's the soonest we can start, like fight training?
Actually-
About 3 is when they
Like
start
months?
really getting. No, 3 years old is when they start
Years?
really.
Behind
You
the
gotta
curve.
wait a couple because they gotta get a little bit of muscle tone.
You think Floyd
They
Mayweather?
they
waited
they
3
have
years?
to have their right and left. They have to have their right and left
Gotta be
down
fair.
pat,
But
Gotta be
with
man.
fair.
those jelly skeleton bones, jujitsu would be like her thing. She can wrap
Just
around
saying,
anybody
like,
with those things.
as long as she can tell her right from her left.
Yeah.
So as soon as she hits that age,
So like 1.5.
one and a
I,
half.
I gotta tell you, my favorite pastime now that I discovered it with the third one, is you hold the baby like this. You go, you want to fight? You want to fight? You want to fight? And they get there like, and you're like, so many faces. Or he'll put up a fist. They do so many. Each time it's hilarious. You just, you want to fight?
I'm gonna get little pads.
It's so fun.
I'm gonna get little pads for my fingers, and I'm like right, left, right. You like smacking her?
Jab!
Oh yeah.
Cover your face, Anna!
She's
Dude,
gonna be-
they
she's
pick
gonna be a
up
little
shit
boxer.
They
quick.
do. This is
They
true.
pick
They
up
do.
shit quick.
They do.
Yeah, he wants her to be a little fighter.
I want her to be a fighter and a lesbian welder.
There you go.
He was like, "Where?"
That solves a lot of problems.
Exactly.
He's like,
So
That solves a lot of problems.
you were asking about our daughter's name. Our daughter's name means the serial killing pirate princess who is fiercely loved.
"That's beautiful."
What is this name made up of?
Her name is Kira Cornina Tetra.
That's beautiful.
Cornina Tetra.
Cornina and Tetra. She has separate names. She has 2 middle names, remember?
Yeah. Holy shit.
So, Kira is from an anime. I picked it. It's not him.
From Death Note.
From Death Note, the anime Death Note.
Death Note.
The
Mhm.
serial killer. I named her Kira. I was like, that would be awesome for a girl's name. So I named her after serial killer. On purpose.
Mhm. And Kira. just
I
is
like
generally
her.
appropriate.
I like you.
We made up the name Cornita. It's from both of our mothers. My mother was Cornelia, and his mother is Saturnina. They both hated their own names so much they changed them legally.
Mhm.
So my mother became Connie, and his became Nina. And we said, we disagree with your choices. We're taking both of your names and putting them together, Cornina.
Mhm.
So since we made it up, we get to decide what it means. It means fiercely loved.
Mhm.
That makes
And-
sense.
And then we couldn't decide on a second middle name, and I decided to throw my hat in, and so I went to Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, which is my favorite. And when Princess Zelda's the pirate, her name's Tetra.
Oh.
So she's the pirate princess.
Yeah.
Cornina Tetra.
Oh, I love it. That is so cool.
We just
That
went
is-
with Gary Busey because
Nice.
we love the films of Gary Busey. We thought she would be a
I
strong.
think she could be a Busey. Yeah. She looks
Well,
like a
Busey's the middle name. It's-
Oh,
it's
okay.
Obviously.
Uselicious.
Gary Busey Copeland. Yeah. I think.
Gary Busey,
Don't believe
Gerardo,
anything
Copeland
this guy
Castillo.
says.
If it's a straight face, he's fibbing. We can tell.
Oh, yes. No, he does like naming girl and boy names though.
Well, like Frank, I named her Frank because I thought it'd be funny.
That's actually not a bad thing, because you know the rule of slasher films is that whichever female has the gender neutral name is going to survive.
Yeah.
Like your Casey's, your Jessie's.
Your Dylans. Yeah.
Oh shit!
If you go back and watch like slasher films, I'm not sure if they still do it in like new production, but like all the older ones, anytime a female has a gender neutral name, she will survive.
So Gary's perfect.
And it's just the way America
She'll survive
operates.
slashers.
Because America has like names that are very feminine here, but very masculine anywhere else.
Shannon.
Like Shannon or Sasha or Mary.
Sasha's a cool name. I also like Shoshana, but that's like a very Jewish name, and we don't have Jewish heritage. But I've always thought it's a beautiful name.
Every day we would come by, we would have to act like our moms because our moms always speak Spanish, so we're like Lily.
Yeah.
You know, like we're like.
Yeah, we put it
"No."
through the mom translator to see how it sounded with our mom saying it. We'd be like, no, that sounds horrible.
So there was a girl's name I always wanted since high school, and I dated several guys. Like I thought this guy's the one. This is the one. We're gonna have kids, and it just disintegrated. This guy's the one. It's the one. Just disintegrated. And I hope this guy's the one. And I told him, I go, look, we're not gonna have kids. It's fine. So he was the fourth one. Fourth serious long-term relationship. Like this is the one. And fourth time's the charm. But
Nailed it.
I had this name that I carried throughout all the relationships, and the guys that I was with, they're like, "Oh, we're gonna have that baby," and they used the baby's name with his last name, and it just by the time I got with him, I'm like, I feel like I'm just cycling through guys to get the baby, and I'm done. So even though I got pregnant with a girl, I'm like, I can't give her the name. It feels too cycled.
Yeah.
It was Marilla,
Marilla.
but say it in Spanish,
Maria.
Maria. I was like, oh, because it's an old name, Marilla, but it's like, you know, the old names, they start coming back, but it's original, so it's not like
Yeah,
you're
but
gonna
to
have
be
8
Maria,
Marillas.
you'd have to spell like Marrilla.
No,
Just look
it's
really weird.
Marilla.
Yeah.
Marilla.
just look
Maria. Yeah.
Marisha.
Maria.
Like
Yeah.
Argentinian. would say.
Oh, you don't like the Argentine.
Marisha.
So
yeah,
I just-
nobody does.
I loved it because it worked for both. And I'm like, that's perfect.
Maricha.
Yeah, but
I
I could never use it because I'd been through too many relationships with it. I'm like,
No,
so I gave it up. But yeah, for a long time I wouldn't tell anybody what it was. I'm like, no,
And so now we're down to any
oh
day
no,
now.
you're allowed now. You're allowed. I am allowing you to have the choice.
No, I had a
Because I
name.
wouldn't tell women before.
No, I had a name, but my brother ended up taking it, which is okay.
That's alright. We still love you.
Yeah.
He's gonna move up on me. No.
Yeah, it was
So-
my
so
grandma's
loyal.
name. It was my grandma's name. She's Native American
Ah.
Cherokee, and it was a Maydee Jean Taylor, but Maydee like Maydee. And I thought it was so cool. And I was like, I never heard of this name before, but yeah, my brother, his last name's Johnson. She was gonna be born around the same time my grandma passed away. Her name. So
You stole
I
it.
stole it.
We still love you though, dude. No hard feelings. No hard feelings.
But it's okay. We have Anna Sophia. No,
I liked
so-
Maya.
Yeah.
You liked Maya?
I thought Maya was powerful, like a Mayan.
Yeah.
Maya.
Little
Oh.
welder.
In my family, my cousin, my oldest, he started. Well, I mean, I don't know if he like stole it or whatever, but he started what he didn't know at the time, a tradition of taking my grandfather's name and sticking it in the middle name. So his oldest son is named Sage Gilbert, and I thought that was cool. So
That's cool.
I have Gage Gilbert.
Okay.
No,
Sage and
wait.
Gage was
Okay,
not
no.
a
The
good
Sage and Gage part, that's completely
That
different. Completely
That
different.
sounds
That
so
yeah,
terrible.
that part sounds terrible. But the Gilbert part, because the Gilbert is our grandfather's name and our uncle's name, and both of them played huge parts in our lives. He just happened to name his son Sage, and
we have different reasons for Gage.
yeah, we have a very different and very personal reason for Gage. It's named after my little brother, who just happens to be named Gage. But yeah, so this is like a couple of like naming traditions in the family that we still hold.
I mean, all of our moms and her grandmother have some variation of the name Ana, or Anya, Ana Luisa, Ana Marisita.
Oh,
So
ours
we
is
thought Ana
Maria.
would be perfect. Ana
It's a-
Maria?
No, Maria.
What do you mean Maria?
we have the same thing, like the same kind of
Oh.
tradition, but it's Maria
They
in
all
ours.
have a Maria. And
Yeah.
so we figured
It's a
Ana would
fucking
be
Mexican
good
thing.
First name,
Yeah,
and
see,
then
right there.
Sophia second.
Solidarity.
But I don't like the idea of just naming somebody the name of a relative. Because
Uh-huh.
I was named David after my great grandfather and my great uncle. I hate my name. I hate it so much. Everybody has it. It's the worst name ever. ASMR.
Oh, because everybody has the same one.
Everybody's named David.
Jessica.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
Or like
Yes.
Sarah,
Oh my
or like
God.
Kelly, or like
All through
those
school, I
names.
was Jessica S, Jessica S, Jessica S, because there were at least 3 other Jessicas in every single
100%.
class.
David.
every single
I was
one.
I was one of 2 David C's.
Yeah.
There's
Nice.
2 of us. So they'd be like David Crane or David Copeland. It was bullshit.
Man, at one point I knew 6 Chris's, so we called them all by their last names.
Yeah.
It's horrible. I
Yeah.
never wanted to do that.
I hated my name because people would make fun of it when I was really little. But as I got older, I realized that my name's kind of unique.
Sexy.
And like a whole lot of people, like usually when I run into somebody, I'm like, "Hi, I'm Fabian. I'm probably the only one you're ever gonna know."
And then they're like, oh, I need a towel.
But now I kind of have a love hate relationship.
Yeah. I was at your wedding, I know.
Oh my god, I wish I would have seen all that. Like the pictures.
We
I
did.
mean,
We
like
were
the picture-
excited. We were like, "Where's Catwoman? What the hell?"
Yeah.
What
Where
happened?
were you?
I think you were working or something.
Were we living in Del Rio still?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Probably working. I was working physical therapy.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool. Watching their proposal dressed up as Catwoman and Batman. That was before the comic did it. Before the comic
That's
did
true.
it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we have it all framed up.
That's where they got
Yeah.
the idea.
Yeah.
Probably.
Before
It was
the wedding arc hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Dicks.
that was so
They stole
awesome.
it from us.
I did. I got all teary eyed when I saw it. I was like,
Well, no, I thought he was faking it again. He did it to me like he did that to me like 3 times before he actually proposed to me.
Damn, what an
Yeah.
asshole. I
But
mean,
it was
that's so
funny.
brilliant,
But it
keeping
was-
her
But
guessing.
it was funny to me.
That's why.
funny to me.
So yeah, I think in
Hey.
the video I'm like, are you
Hey,
serious?
man,
Like,
if she put up with it 4 times, that's yeah.
Good
yeah,
that's
there was one that
when-
he blindfolded me when we were in California, and I for sure thought because I met all his
Yeah,
friends, his family for the
Blindfolded in
California.
California,
It made
that's
me walk
like
backwards, blindfolded, and then I turn around and it's this beautiful scenery, and then he's like, "Yep, like the view," and I'm like,
Look at the bay. It's pretty cool.
and then
She was like, is there something else? And I was like, no. No, that's it.
yeah, and then in Seattle, he was like, "Hold this," and then I'm like, and he got on his knee, and he's just tied his shoe, just
Mm.
tied his shoe. He's like, "Oh, you thought?" No, not yet. I'm like,
And I did it in San Francisco too. At
Yeah.
the pier.
"Oh yeah."
And it made me
Wow.
laugh every time.
What a dick.
But I was
Yeah, it
testing her resolve, and she stuck
I did.
Yeah.
around. And then she thought I was
Like an
lying.
idiot. I mean, like the dedicated woman she is.
And then when I finally did propose, she was like, oh, "You're fucking with me again."
Yeah, I think I told you, right? I was like, you're joking, no, you're not doing it. He's like, "Look behind you," and I looked, and it was like all our friends just on their knee. And I'm like, what? But I have like
That
late
was so
reflexes, right? Like
Uh-huh.
even when you scare me, it takes me a
second.
while, and then I'm like, oh.
Wow, Catwoman's a horrible costume for you.
I know. I know. I'm like the worst Catwoman, and plus I'm like the bubbliest person, so I would always dress up as Catwoman. I'm supposed to be like serious and everything. I always dress up as villains. Have you noticed that?
That's true.
Mhm.
You
It
dressed
is.
as Supergirl once.
Oh, that didn't fit me.
Well, after the baby Power Girl might.
Okay, that's
No.
not what she meant, okay?
After the babies, yeah, Power Girl having big ol'.
Oh, those chicharrones.
I'm excited about dressing up the baby. We talked about the Renaissance fair. Oh, I'm gonna
Oh,
put her in
yeah.
a little wagon and everything.
I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
wait.
So cosplay was also one of the topics I wanted to get into because y'all did the whole charity thing for a while, and it was something that we were kind of entertaining ourselves with, kind of idea before all the kids and all our free time went away. But what's
So much time I used to
what
have.
I've always wanted to know is when do you take it from just dressing up to cosplay? Because there's a whole different mentality and a whole different kind of world around it.
I think it depends on the purpose. Like if you're just going to a Comic-Con,
Uh-huh.
it doesn't matter. You can buy a $10 outfit from a store and put it on and have a great time, and then it's still cosplay. You're having a good time. If you're in a competition, you're in a competition. If you're wandering, you're wandering. Whatever. That, like there, it doesn't really matter. Obviously, if you're in a competition, the quality of the costume matters.
Yeah.
But I think the difference is like when you're going to visit a kid in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
If you come in like a Spirit Halloween costume,
Well, no. What I mean, like, for y'all.
Yeah.
Like, when did it, for y'all, become, like, a personal choice to not...
Be
To
professional.
put more effort
Oh.
into y'all's...
that
you
was,
know, into cosplay.
that was
like,
really
like
it,
when
I
it
think.
went from, you know, hey, let's just dress up and go to a con to, hey, let's
well,
really,
that was really it. 'cause,
build
like,
and...
you go to events and stuff, and
Uh-huh.
if you don't look legitimate, at least kind of legitimate, then the illusion's gone. And
Mhm.
so you really have to like step it up and like make the outfit look quality. Because
Mhm.
like I said, if you go into a 10-year-old's bedroom at the hospital and you're just a guy in a cheap costume,
Mhm.
you're wasting his time,
Yeah,
wasting his
of
family's
course.
time. Like he doesn't give a shit that you're.
Well,
there.
yeah, of course.
But if you go in there and you look like Batman, and you're talking
Mhm.
like Batman, it suddenly has made his day.
Uh-huh.
And so that's where you have
But
to
you-
really
but-
put in the
yeah.
effort.
Yeah, and but that comes, you know, after
The
the moment
moment.
that I'm looking for. You know,
Oh,
this...
when we started.
When
Well,
you chose
no,
to
like,
start,
yeah, when you
let's
chose...
do this for real.
Yeah, like when did it, like...
So when we started dating, I didn't have no idea about Comic-Con and everything. He's the one that kind of introduced me to it.
Yeah, like...
And I was like, okay, I've never done this before, and I tried to impress him. I knew this choir teacher that like did makeup, and all this stuff, so he did my makeup. And anyways, back to the story. We went to the Comic-Cons. We lived in Del Rio, and
Mhm.
he knew a bunch of people in San Antonio, so that was our way of just going there and like seeing our friends,
Yeah.
and it was just fun. Like everyone
Yeah.
was just free spirited, didn't care, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think the taking the pictures a lot, like
Yeah.
that was tiring.
I
I
just
didn't-
got a wild hair up my ass.
Oh,
Like a couple
okay.
of years before that, I just decided I want to go to a Comic-Con. I want to dress up as a character.
Yeah.
And
And
then
then
it just
and you just
snowballed.
wanted to dress up better the next time
Exactly,
and better the
yeah.
next time.
I have,
he's
like-
the crafter.
I have like
I'm
4 different versions of the Red Hood torso that I made. The very first one,
Uh-huh.
because the first one was blocky and thick, and then the second one I had started to develop like the shapes, and then the third and fourth. By the fourth one, there's like battle damage and
Nice.
real quality.
But
and
like,
I was
but
that
and,
happy.
and see, and that's exactly what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Like, what kept you, you know, going from piece to piece? Like, what was the reason why you were driving forward into going into more serious costuming and cosplay versus just settling for that first piece,
I think
or
it's-
even building a first piece at all?
I think it's just because it looks so cool to bring a character to life.
Yeah.
Like you can go see a movie, you can go see Batman and see Ben Affleck and Superman and stuff, but it's so cool to be able to like bring a character to life
Mm-hmm.
and then either dress up as that character and share it with people, or see somebody else dress up as a character that you love and see that person
Mm-hmm.
interacting with everybody. I think that's when you really want to like put all the extra details in there and like all the added touches to the costume.
Kind of ride that really good positive attention high.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah,
it does
kinda,
get
yeah.
exhausting. It
I mean,
does.
yeah, of course.
The photos, like you'd go to a con and you'd see your friends, you'd
Mhm.
talk to them for about 15 seconds, and then a group of people would come up and go, "Hey, can I get a photo?" And you're like, "Yeah." And then you and your friends would pose, and then before that group goes away, another group comes up and you're taking photos
Yeah.
for 5 minutes, and then you get another 30 seconds of conversation in, and it was just
It's exhausting.
that's a little. Yeah,
I like the hospital visit. Those are my favorite.
Yeah, and
That's
then-
why I
and
wanted
then
to
that's
even dress
where-
up. Yeah.
And that's what I was gonna get to next. And again, and now, after you do all that, after you get that passion, then you start getting all those other opportunities and all those other doors open where you get to go and, you know, lift spirits of children and all that. You know, when it starts, you know, when passion begets passion.
Yeah.
You know, that's really, really cool. And like I said, I just wanted to know where it started. You know, what kind of mentality gets somebody to just go, hey, you know, yeah, I look kind of cool too. Yeah, battle damage, everything, armor. Takes me like an hour to get
Yeah.
ready,
Yeah.
suit up, put on the blackout makeup.
He like had such a stressful job. Oh, he still does. stressful job. I think that was his outlet. He
Mhm.
he would spend hours just like building stuff out of foam.
Yeah.
And just like working on his gear and stuff and just making it better and better and better. I don't
Mhm.
know. It was just like it's an art.
It's like a cool hobby.
Yeah.
But it was
Right.
also
Something needs to
became
have-
a hobby that you could like use to help people. Like I think it was that first time I put on the Red Hood outfit and I saw these little kids that were like just thinking, "Oh, that's so cool," and they're so excited.
Mhm.
And I remember thinking to myself, like, "Oh, you could totally like take this to the hospital or and not Red Hood with his guns." Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
version.
Kind
there
of.
are some kids in
Depends
there
on
that
the
would love a
kid.
Red Hood appearance.
And then I did research on like what groups do that.
Uh-huh.
And I found a couple groups that weren't super inclusive. They were like, "Nah, we don't really like your whatever your style. He's a little violent." I was like, "No, that makes sense. That makes sense."
Yeah,
And then
whatever.
found the champions, and they were like, "Yeah, we do that. You can dress
Mhm.
up as whatever you want. Just make sure it's
Plug. Are they still doing it?
they're not."
Oh, what happened?
They broke.
It was really tough. Like everybody was building a career aside from running the nonprofit, and so
Mhm.
it just became almost impossible for everyone to. So we
Mhm.
still have some connections, and like if we've had some people reach out to us for hospital visits, and we'll do that separate.
And I've seen them on. I've seen shout outs on Facebook. I've tagged you in them.
We'll do that
Tagged you
stuff.
and Rodney Spider-Man.
Yeah, but less of the big events. And we haven't really been to Comic-Con. in
Well, I
2
mean,
years.
COVID and shit.
But yeah, even the ones happening now, we're kind of like being separated from that has been nice because you realize like the craziness that invades your brain.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
You start to think like, oh, I need to take these photos so that I can get likes on Instagram, and I need to like,
Mhm.
Oh,
do-
yeah.
and it's
And
just
Clap chasing.
yeah, and it's so nice to be separated from that and be like, don't really feel like doing it. We'll go to the Renaissance Fair, we'll eat turkey legs and get drunk.
Yeah.
But there's less. Like,
I'd rather be on the sidelines,
Yeah, we
I
get to
think we
enjoy.
talked
it.
get my interviews in and be on my happy way.
I was gonna say like next time we go to a con, I just don't want to dress up. I just want to enjoy the con. Like
Yeah.
I want to dress
you
as a
know,
Mormon.
you've
With
said
the
that so
pocket
many
protector
times.
and the
That with the
white
fighting
button-up.
helmet.
Alright.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to talk to you then.
We went once.
Sorry,
with the two
Mormons.
Kids, and it was before we had
Yeah, we love you, Mormons.
And we had our daughter dressed up as like a little fairy princess, and we had her the little cart that we had her in. We made little jail bars, so we painted them brown so it looked like she was like in a cage,
Oh,
Yeah.
and we called her Dragon Bait
Uh-huh.
because she was a princess.
Genius.
I love that. Oh,
Genius.
tell her your idea.
So I'm gonna dress up as Gandalf, and I'm gonna
Nice.
dress her up as Frodo, and I'm gonna put her
Nice.
in a baby carrier, and then I'm gonna walk around the fair like that with just my beard hanging over the top of her head in her little Frodo outfit.
And who
and
am
get like
You're gonna be a ring wraith,
nice.
full on hood.
He every time we have an
You gotta
idea,
have the teething ring. It's gotta be gold.
Oh,
he wants me covered. He thinks it's funny.
yeah,
Everything.
And it is funny. It's hilarious.
He's
the
trying
thing.
to keep you to himself.
No, here's what I think. I think it'd be funny. if
You
in
are
every
so
family
pretty
photo-
that he thinks you're gonna get taken away from him on sight.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
also,
So
I
speaking
think
of-
it'd be funny
going back
if
to
she's
this right
covered
now,
up in
right?
everything.
Oh yeah, that's always funny too.
I really like her.
What did she say?
I want her. I want to keep her. I
No,
want to keep her.
here's my plan. Is that in every family photo, the prettiest member of the family is completely covered because I think it's hilarious.
Isn't he gorgeous? Isn't he just the most gorgeous thing ever? He's so gorgeous.
I
Just
know.
cover him
Yeah,
up forever.
I want to put a sheet on his
I know
face.
how I look. You can't fool me.
No, you should see our Christmas
No,
pictures.
I think about it like this. Like everybody knows what she looks like. Everybody who knows us knows that Steph is gorgeous. So if we had family photos where like I'm Darth Vader and the
Mhm.
baby's Princess Leia, and then she's dressed like Chewbacca.
That's hilarious.
It would be and then if I'm Gandalf and
Yeah.
the baby's Frodo,
I mean, he's
and
right.
she's a ring wraith with a hood, and you
It
can't
is
even see her
right.
face, but
You
everyone
take a
knows
hot
it's Steph.
woman and you dress her in something ridiculous, and it's
Yeah.
automatically funny.
It would just be.
It just
hilarious.
is.
We have a Christmas card, and it's like David, like I don't know, he's like a wealthy man, I guess, right? And it's like me, like a hobo with the dogs. It's like they're kids, but their faces are on them, and we're all asking for money, and he's just like, "Get away!"
Yeah,
Get
the
away.
guy in the painting's like, "Ugh, get away from me, boys."
And I'm all like, "I'm asking for money." And that's our Christmas card.
It's
I'm like,
funny.
He's
All
not
right.
wrong. He's not wrong. That is
See?
pretty funny. Okay.
All right.
okay.
Okay,
Not
so it's been about an hour and a half now. We're gonna go ahead and close it down.
Can we recap? Titty
We
milk
can
tastes like
recap.
melons.
Tastes like melons. Baby suck. Y'all are about to have Y'all are about to have one.
I'm about to have one any day now.
And they
But
won't, she
serious-
won't like me for a year.
Yeah, she won't like you for a year. Ish. She will.
I'm
She
gonna
will.
bribe her.
She'll come around.
But in all seriousness, y'all are about to become parents in just a few days. How excited are y'all? What are y'all feeling?
Excited. I'm very excited. Nervous. Yeah.
Super
But
excited.
excited. Yeah.
That's great. Well, thank y'all very much for catching up and sharing experience and just being raw and real parents for a while and sharing those lives with us. Is there anything that y'all have on the side or anything like websites, anything that y'all want
Our
included
OnlyFans.
in, anything that y'all want to make sure to promote that I can...
What's it? Oh, our OnlyFans?
Our OnlyFans.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mommy edition?
It's pure butt stuff.
Oh, okay, just pure
It's
butt
mostly
stuff.
me.
Alright.
But she puts in a lot of work.
Nice, good,
what
okay.
is it? I can't.
As long as, you know,
I'll-
participation.
I gotta find out the title and then I'll send it to you. You can add the link.
Okay, alright.
That's how marriage works, you know?
Give and take.
Give and take.
Mostly
Give and-
take, but
give.
that's what the people want. That's what they want to see.
They want to see him take anal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yep.
And I'm a real trooper.
You
How
take
do you
it.
Very
think-
stretchy.
How do
Yeah.
you think I got that switch?
Yeah.
Earned it.
Paid for it
Applause for your stretchiness. Good job.
Earned it.
with the sphincter. Well, alright.
Yeah, we don't have any websites.
Yeah, it won't mean it. Like I said,
Facebook.
if anybody has any hustles, everybody else so far has had like, you know, an actual business or, you know, something else. So I just
Be nice to firefighters.
Yeah.
be nice to the
people too?
firefighters.
Oh, people are already nice to us. We're not cops.
That's true. Well, at the very least, I will make
Yeah, some
sure.
cop buddies be like, dude.
Bro, you know it's true though.
At the very least, I'll make sure to add an addendum, you know, in a day or in a week or so when the baby's born, just to, you know, update everybody who actually listened to the whole thing.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Let
baby is
let y'all know,
Yeah.
you know,
They were right.
it's a nice healthy delivery, all
flipping
stats and
everything
everything, and again, thank y'all so much. This has been an honor. It's been amazing to see y'all again and
Sorry I was late.
catch up.
No, you're good. You are allowed. You're allowed.